Today, the world has a lot of problems: education, lack of skills, people not eating enough healthy food or poor nutrition, healthcare, access to water, climate change, lots of problems. These problems may have always existed, however, today, most likely because of 24-hour news cycles, blogs, and independent contributors, we're more aware of these problems. I guess the big question is, why are we having such a problem with them? I mean, there's NGOs, non-government organizations, whose sole purpose is working to mitigate or eradicate these issues. And of course, government pumps billions of dollars in resources to them, but they still exist. If NGOs aren't the answer, even though they do good work, and government isn't necessarily the answer, does this mean there's an opportunity for business to step up and really make a difference? Is there a role for business to create solutions to these problems? I think we need to remember that businesses are in business to create value, and that value is created by fixing problems or fulfilling a need. So I think the answer is yes, there is a role for business in creating solutions to these societal problems. Now, I know many people will think I'm off my rocker for even suggesting this, especially seeing what has gone on with the banking industry, even post-recession, with companies like Wells Fargo, for example. But hear me out. The one big issue with NGOs and government trying to fix these problems has to do with their ability to scale. They simply can't. This is the reason why they aren't able to make large-scale impacts. However, business, on the other hand, can and will. Look, there's just not enough tax revenue or donations available to allow for scaling. There's just not enough resource available through those channels. But business has those resources. Remember earlier when I talked about business's role in creating value, creating solutions to problems? Well, they do it at a profit. They create wealth, which leads to taxes and giving. This is where all the resources come from. Only business can create resources. All the other institutions, government, NGOs, nonprofits, they don't create resources. They use them, but don't create them. Now, the question becomes, how do we make this happen? Now, I don't think the current model of redeploying earnings and profits to problems is working as well as we all hope for. It's not getting us to where we need to go, obviously. So how do we get entrepreneurs and business in general to start thinking about providing products and services in a shared sense, meaning economically and societally? Well, I think this can be done within partnerships between government and business and NGOs and nonprofits. One strategy that I have used is partnering with some of the biggest tech companies in the world to use their resources, their assets. It's the same strategies startups use to obtain rapid growth and high evaluations. But overall, I think if we can get business to change how they see themselves and how people see business, we'll be a lot better off.